Hello everyone. It's been an interesting couple of weeks since my initial video on the situation. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about when I say the situation, in a brief summary, I made an unlisted video on my YouTube channel a while ago that allows you to reset a district. This video is now public on my channel because the glitch has since been patched. And teacher took notice of it and banned my account because of this video. And that is basically what has happened. Now, there's a lot more information on it than just that. You can go check out the video that I made on it for the rest of the information. I can link it down in the description. I just don't want to talk about it so much in this video because that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about what happened afterwards. So, but anyway, I did not show you the email they sent to me when I was banned for when I initially got terminated. So I'm going to show it in this video real quick, right here. So as you can see, I blocked out my username and the ticket number that's shown here just for security purposes. And I talk about this exact email. Well, I didn't show the email in the video, but I talk about this exact email in the video that I made a couple weeks ago on this. So I don't need to talk much more on it, honestly, but you can read it if you want by pausing the video. Anyway, a few days later, I had sent a reply to Tell Me Written. And this is exactly what I sent. Basically, it says, I'm very sorry this has happened. It wasn't my intent for this video to get out to so many people. Because the video had like 3 times the amount of views than I actually gave to people. So I know that people had been sharing it around, as I said in the other video. But I say that the main intent here was to not publicize the video until after the glitch was patched, so that people who come across the video can't use it maliciously. And I didn't want people to use it maliciously. That's bad. So I didn't publicize the video until after it was patched. I had sent a report to TTR about the glitch, and then after that I recorded video evidence of it just to further make it my point, just in case TTR needed more evidence for it, or just so I also for entertainment purposes on my channel. So just for safety reasons, basically, I upload one more video on it, or a video on it, I guess, of me doing it one more time just so I can show the audience how to do it, and then I never did it again. But of course, they go on to want to believe that I had continued doing it multiple times after being banned, as if I hadn't learned my lesson. Of course I learned my lesson. Alright? I didn't abuse it anymore after it had been banned. I just made video evidence of it so that I could further try to help you in case you guys needed more information on it. Like, simple as that. But they just go on and terminate all of my accounts. And so as I mentioned in my last video, I basically say that stuff here. I feel like I've lost an important aspect of my life because of this termination and spent countless hours of playtime on the game interacting with folks. I'm very committed to being a good community member and helping out, which is why I did not want to publish a video until after the glitch is patched, in order to keep everyone safe, and to stop bad people from abusing it. And I have, in fact, applied to become a staff member and community partner in the past in order to show my extended gratitude. Of course, that was denied, but I'm not going to talk about that here. Mentioning last ticket to me, blah blah blah. Been a loyal player since 2000, and to see this email they sent to me, go to that last video that I put in the description. You will find it there. I've been a loyal player since 2014 and plan to play a lot more of this game once more content gets released. I am mainly excited for field offices, and that's true. I am really excited for field offices. Whether or not they actually come out in 2020, whenever they come out, I will be extremely excited for them. Of course, as I said in my last video again, those hopes and dreams are probably crushed now because I am no longer able to play the game unless something can be done. And back to the email. I have been so hyped for them ever since the Team Fest 2019. That is also a very true statement. And I want to continue to show this loyalty for as long as I'm able to play the game. I'm speaking from my heart here. This is all true stuff. This is not false. I am very excited for Field Offices. Ever since Team Fest 2019, I was pretty hyped for it. Just can't wait for it. So I offer to help them. Is there anything I can do to help resolve the situation? I can take the video down. Is there something else you want me to do that I don't know about? I can probably do that too. I always want to be as careful as possible so I continue to enjoy the game in a friendly manner without my account being taken away from me. I always look forward to the future of this game and the many great things that will come to it. That is also true. I'm curious to know where this game goes in the future. Stuff like that. I've loved this game for so long, and then it's all gone. So as you can see, this wholehearted email, it took me, I didn't just type it up and go, oh, look at this, I'm going to make up all this stuff. No, this is all coming from my heart. All true, wholehearted email that I was hoping that they would listen to. So, that is what I tried to do. 8 days later, I get no response. So, I send in this email. Let me just get it real quick. Here somewhere. Here it is. 8 days later, I don't get a response, so I send them a reply to that email I sent to them, or reply to that reply I sent them already. I hope this reply finds you well. I've already sent a reply about 8 days ago and have not received a reply to it yet. I wanted to check in again to make sure this email has been seen. I understand how this game can be very difficult to manage sometimes, so I completely understand the delayed response. Now, people might disagree and say, no, they're just making that up and stuff, but I want to be realistic as possible and say, there's probably some stuff going on that I don't know about that could be delaying it, so I completely understand. Anyway, this game is very important to me, and the last thing I want to be is locked out of it forever. Especially if that means missing the great features that will come to it in the future and never being able to see my beloved tunes again, who I formed a great relationship with. Please refer to my first reply for my full response. I truly hope something can be done to resolve the situation. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the hard work put into this game by staff members and community partners. I am very grateful that this game is still alive today. And that is also a true statement. I love Toontown Online. And I was glad to hear that Rewritten was bringing it back. Of course, that was 6 years ago, but I'm still very glad the game's not closed. If all the GM servers were just closed right now, I would just be, oh dear lord, please, I love this game, don't do it. But, so, yeah, so I get a response from a moderator. I don't have a picture of that. Basically, just saying, oh yeah, I've seen your email, I've sent it over to our appeal manager. It might take a while for it to get a response, so just sit tight. That was basically it. So that tells me that my email was seen. Anyway, about 2 or 3 days later, I get one final response from them. You might find that as well. Here. I was very disappointed to find out what it said, because, just read it. But your account, hi there, sorry but your account will not be reinstated. You have been warned for this conduct before and have chosen to continue breaking the rule. You will no longer be able to access Tinder on any account. Any further attempts to play the game will result in all associated accounts being terminated without warning. When I read this email for the first time, I was like, okay, you did not read the email I sent you at all. The only thing you got out of that email was that I'm trying to appeal. And you completely ignored the rest of my email. And that makes me feel awful, because you don't even want to listen to what I have to say. You're not giving me the opportunity to appeal. Even before you even said my account won't be reinstated. You're not giving me the opportunity to appeal. You're just sort of saying, no, sorry, you can't do anything. But you didn't even bother. I can tell that you did not bother reading my email. That you just knew it was for an appeal, so you immediately ignored it. And that makes me feel awful that I stated the truth and basically the whole email spoke from my heart, and they still did not care for a single word I said in that email, or even care to even read it. And that would make any person feel awful. Okay, it's like me writing an essay in school. I send it to the teacher, and the teacher gives it back to me and just says no. Like, that's it? No? You're not going to give me a grade? You're not going to give me feedback? You're just going to say no? Like, did you even read my essay? Like, it doesn't make any sense. When I read this, it really seems like the person responding to me is just a person who doesn't like me. And they're like, I don't care what he has to say. I don't want him on my game because I don't like him as a person. So he's not allowed in the game anymore. Even though it's not his game, it's not his or her game, it's just a game that they're moderating. It's not their own, it's not like they own the game, but at the same time, they're still like, I don't like this person, so he is not allowed on this game. Okay, it seems like a personal bias. And I can understand why, because I make glitches on this game. I have multiple infractions on this game. So I can understand why a lot of moderators and programmers won't like me and just want me gone. And they don't care what the reason is, as long as there is some reason behind it, it's valid enough to get me out of the game. They don't care what I have to say, they just want me out of here. Like, they could have at least said something about what I said in the email and be like, I understand all this stuff, but no, they don't even address anything I said in the email. They only address the fact that I was trying to appeal and respond to that, and respond to the fact I'm trying to appeal. That's it. They don't care about anything else. So as you can see, I did not receive really even a professional response. You could argue this isn't even a professional response. This is just speaking from someone who has a biased opinion against me and wants me gone. They don't care about sounding professional, they just want me gone. And that shouldn't be for moderator. It should be professional, and they shouldn't have a bias towards the person. They should treat everyone equally. I know that recently there were some protests happening at Toon Hall for the moderators to treat everyone equally, and this is clearly not an example of a moderator treating someone equally. But I don't want to get into that because that's just too much drama for me to handle. This is about something else. So there is that email. But there are so many things that have been going through my mind after I got this email. One thing is that you could argue that this video is just the reason that started all this. If I didn't make the video, none of this would have ever been a problem. But here's actually something interesting. I am not the first person to make a video on this exact glitch. I can link the video in another video. There's another video on this glitch that was released at least 2 months before my video. It's the exact same glitch, shows you the steps how to do it, and even shows a district being reset. But there weren't enough views on the video for it to go viral the way that mine did. And this person did not receive any infraction, TTR didn't take notice on it, and other people didn't really take notice on it either. Even though this video did have more than 5 views, I'm pretty sure it did at least. Which means that at least a few people saw it, yet no one took advantage of it, TTR never noticed, and this person never suffered any consequences. The only reason I know about this glitch is because of this video I'm talking about. I would not have found this glitch if it wasn't for that video. Yet, after making a video of me recreating it, I suffered the consequences, and this person is not banned. Now, I don't want to necessarily say this person deserves to be banned like I am. I'm just saying that they banned me, they didn't ban the other person. Now, I'm basically going to say this. I admit it. I essentially copied this person's video. Yet, it has gotten to the point where I am taking so much credit for it that I am being blamed for the reason this video was even discovered. I didn't discover it, I just figured it out by watching a video. I took someone else's video, recreated it, and I'm the one who suffers the consequences for finding it. I would not have found it without this specific video. I'm the one who takes, like, I guess, the credit and punishment for finding it. And for all those friends that I gave the video to beforehand, for all the ones who asked me how I found it, I'm like, to be honest, I didn't just find it. I saw a video on it and recreated it. And they know this. And those who I told them to, they know it because it actually happened. Now, you may not know who they are, but they know who they are. So, they know what happened, and it did happen. That's what I told them. Why am I being banned for essentially re-uploading a video? For essentially re-uploading someone else's video and not publicizing it, but the one I'm re-uploading was publicized. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's not being, of course, my channel is more popular, I have more subscribers than them, I get more total views average than this person, but still, TTR did not take any notice to this reset glitch video. And of course, the video wasn't even titled District Reset Glitch. It's titled something like "I broke the day I thought I broke TTR." And so I was interested in it, and I opened it, and I realized the district reset. So I'm like, okay, what if it still works? I tried it, it worked. So I'm like, how did no one catch this? It's been 2 months and no one has found it. So I thought making a video on it myself, well, no one would take notice because this person didn't get punished. Maybe they wouldn't notice my video either. But yet, I receive the worst amount of backlash I could possibly receive. My account gets, I global terminated for it. Well, this other person doesn't receive any punishment. So it's like, what happened? Why did this person get away with it without TTR seeing it? And they uploaded their video publicly while mine was unlisted, yet TTR still managed to take notice. It doesn't add up at all. Someone could have easily found their video at any moment in time in those 2 months that it was uploaded. But instead, mine was the one that was, I guess, quote unquote, targeted, I guess you could say. Without this video I'm talking about, of this person who originally found it, my version of the video would not have existed. I would not have found the district reset glitch, and none of this would have ever happened. Now, I don't want to blame the original maker of the video for this, because it's not their fault. They weren't directly involved in it at all. I found the video, and I took it, basically, and remade it. So it's not their fault, but at the same time, they're the ones who shared it. I found it. Yet I'm the one who suffers consequences for it. So, while I did make a video on how to do the glitch, I'm not the first to find it. There was another video that was already out there that does the exact same glitch, yet mine just happened to be the one that caught TTR's attention first, and so I get punished for it. I never wanted to take real credit for finding it, because I didn't find it. Someone else showed me how to do it. So I didn't necessarily say in the video I don't take credit for it. I didn't want to throw that person in the dust. So I was just like, I'll just leave it out. I just won't even mention credit or anything. But of course, it got to that point where I quote unquote take credit for it and get punished for it. I don't want to necessarily call it credit if I'm being punished for it, but I'm not being punished because I stole the video. I'm being punished for the contents of the video, not for the fact that the video was stolen. I'm getting punished for what the video had. And so I'm not necessarily taking credit. So I'm technically taking credit for finding it. It's like also not really taking credit for it. It's a little hard to explain, but you know what I mean. Which brings me to another crucial point that I thought about. Many times, staff members, moderators, whatnot, always claim that staff don't really pay attention to like Toontown YouTube unless it's like a popular YouTuber like Mega Stupid Sparky. They like watching those videos, right? It's Mega Stupid Sparky. Who doesn't? What kind of Toontown player doesn't like their videos? But I've heard a lot of times from numerous staff members and moderators that like they don't really pay attention to more of the other Toontown YouTubers and videos, that they just don't they focus more on the game and just do other things. They don't really focus on Toontown YouTube as much. I know that is a complete lie for a few reasons. One, when they found my video, my YouTube channel does not use the same email account as my Toontown Rewritten account. So they were able to connect the dots by knowing that Jake Cheesy Marble and my channel are owned by the same person. So they use my channel, connect the dots, realize, oh, it's Jake who made the video. So find Jake's tune, find his email, and send an email on that account. Send an email to that account. the fact that they're able to tell the email account for my main account but just by looking at a video that I made, when my main account doesn't even appear in the video, proves that they pay attention to my videos. And that staff members lie when they say that they don't pay attention to YouTube and stuff like that. Same thing can be said about Code Zucchini's Evil Twin. A lot of, I know of numerous times Joey has claimed that the mods are never, out to get you. They just ban you if they ever see you doing something wrong. They're never out to get you. They're not, waiting for you to upload a video so they can ban you. That is clearly not the case, because multiple times Code Zucchini has said in a few of his videos at least, I can't remember which ones, but I know in some of his videos he says that he could upload, doesn't matter what video he uploads, he could upload any video of him using a tune. And that almost within minutes of that video being uploaded, that tune will be banned. Which proves that there is a moderator out there who is paying close attention to his channel at all times to ban whatever tune he uses. Which again, falsifies the statement that TTR doesn't pay attention to YouTube all that much. They obviously do. How are they, if they don't pay attention to YouTube that much, how are they able to connect the dots from my channel and my tune being owned both by me? So they're able to, while my main tune didn't appear in that video, they were still like, okay, we know that the channel is owned by this person, and this person, we know his channel is, this person owns this tune. So find that tune, find the email associated to, and send that person email through there. It's ridiculous how they're able to do that. They clearly pay attention in that sort of way, even though they claim they don't. And you could use this to argue that there is a moderator out there who is basically witch hunting for me to do something wrong and ban my account for it. They're just waiting for me to upload a certain video that would be worthy of, that don't just be, not even worthy of punishment even. It would be like, oh, he did this, seems worthy of punishment to me, ban him. Of course, I have no means to confirm this, but it kind of seems like they're doing that, honestly. But it's just, I can't believe that this has been going on for so long, and they continue to lie about it, even though multiple people know that it's a lie. Which brings me to this. What exactly is going on behind the scenes? Is there a group of moderators who are told to pay attention to these specific channels, like mine, Code Z Evil Twin, Team Drop, Team Trap, just to see what kind of things that they upload and if they're worthy of punishment? And to a point where Code Z Evil Twin, maybe even Team Trap, or even Team Drop maybe, they're like, as soon as this person uploads a video, ban the tune, because he should not be playing the game. It's true. I mean, Code Z Evil Twin Greens people. I can't see why they would want to ban him. But yeah, so what really goes on in the moderation department? What is their way of doing things? How do they find this stuff? Do they have? I think they could have people who are who they tell people to pay attention to these specific channels and deal with them, which is not what it's supposed to do. There are many games out there. There are a lot of games out there that are like Toontown, like Wizard 101, Pirate 101, or other Toontown servers even. And while I'm pretty sure that those games do pay attention to videos on their game, they're not going to have a staff member they're not going to have a staff member constantly waiting for that person to upload a video so they can take action on whatever has happened. Like, no, that's a waste of time. Actually work on the game instead of doing that. You don't need to wait for me to upload a video. Especially sometimes I go like a whole month, or even Code Z Evil Twin goes multiple months without uploading a single video. Like, just actually work on the game instead of waiting for me to upload a video. I am one person. So is Code Z Evil Twin. And by the time I upload my video, and so by the time Code Z Evil Twin uploads this video, the damages that we dealt, if I even deal any damages, have already been dealt. And the only thing you can really do is patch what can cause those damages so it can't happen again. Just like with Code Z Evil Twin ditching people, you don't banning his tunes isn't gonna do enough. That should be obvious by now. He can constantly find ways to get new tunes, VPNs and stuff to get into the game. What you should do instead is patch the methods that allow you to ditch people so Coach the Evil Twin can no longer make content. It's not that hard. Actually work on the game instead of just banning anyone who defies it. Who defies the game. It doesn't make any sense. And changing topics on that a little bit. Around the time that a staff member could come at me with an excuse here, so I'm just going to point it out before it gets used against me. Around the time that I had made this district reset video glitch video and shared it with around a few friends, there have been an abnormal amount of resets happening in the game. I don't know what was causing them. It could have been my video. It could have been something completely different. Maybe it wasn't my video. Maybe it was people who already knew about it, and due to the fact that this glitch was now on close to being patched, they decided to abuse it before it gets patched for fun. Who really knows? Because again, there was already a video on this, so it's possible. It's very possible other people already knew what it was. Just didn't decide to really play with it until it was going to get patched, which is a smart move, honestly. But it's not like I'm going to do it. And so those resets weren't me. A lot of the time, I wasn't even online when they happened, but I heard of them from other sources, from my friends. And in moderator, and so when my termination email says that I was excessively exploiting a bug, even though when I was told to stop, that's not true. It wasn't me who was doing them after I got banned. I did it one more time after I got banned. That was just to make a video on it. Again, for TTR to be able to see in case they need more evidence and for entertainment purposes after it gets patched. One time. Those other times were not me, and if any staff member watching this video can go to the logs of when these happened, and they will find out that I was not in any way related to any other resets that had happened. I had zero relation to those resets completely. Now, it could have been the same glitch that I did, but I was not the one who did those resets, and it's very possible that it wasn't because of my video. It was more just because of the fact that the glitch was going to get patched soon, so people were like, okay, let's go abuse it before it gets patched because you can't do it anymore anyway. Again, any staffer watching this can just go to the logs, who has access to the logs at least. Go to the logs, check it, and you will see that the people who were doing this glitch at the time of that the abnormal resets were happening, none of my tunes or even IP related to mine or anything or any tune that I've ever had relation to was involved in those resets. And so the fact that I am being punished for something that someone else did, multiple other people did, and not me, is even more stupid than the fact that I'm just being punished. That is even more stupid than the reasoning being, oh, just for the video. Okay, I wasn't involved in those resets at all. I still get punished for it, even though I wasn't involved. Of course, you could argue that, again, you could argue that there wouldn't have been a thing if my video didn't get out, but does anyone really have means of confirming that? It could have been people who already knew about it, again, who didn't want to abuse it until after it was going to get patched, because they know that after it gets patched, it can't do it anymore, so it's like, hey, let's go abuse it now, because we can't do it later on. Again, that's a smart thing to do. I'm not saying you should do it, and not saying it's something I would do, but thinking in the mind of a troll and something like that, it is a smart thing to do, honestly. That reminds me. When I had received my initial ban for this, I received an email, the very last email I got in that chain until after the ticket was closed. I got it turned into a email directly from Quentin, and he said that after this chain of emails, eventually he had to say that we have reason to believe that when you were doing these glitches, the first time before I got banned, before I got that first ban, you were doing them for malicious reasons because you did it a total of this number of times. And even after it was reported, you still continued to do it, which is false because I didn't report it until after I was banned. So that's impossible. So then Quentin claims that there was someone who was with me when I did it, saw me do it, and for whatever reason, the moderators and Quentin were believing that I knew that person was there, and I knew they were watching me do it, and I knew they reported it. Which is false. I didn't know someone was there. I didn't know they were watching me. I didn't know that they reported it, and I had nothing to do with this person. I didn't even know that they were paying any attention to what I was doing. In fact, in the district reset glitch video I made, I specifically say you want to make the party private. So unless there was a hacker who went into my private party to spy on me for whatever reason, or there was an admin who was trying to track me down to punish me, those aren't really like that. I was not involved in this person at all. Again, you can't get into a private party without hacks or admin powers. So unless again there was a person who hacked into my party or somehow got into my party without me realizing it, even after making it private, or an admin decided to invade my privacy in this party by spying on me, that's not the same thing as me giving the person permission to report it to the mods. And what is me giving the person permission to watch me do what I'm doing and report it to the mods and let them say that I know that they reported it. Because I didn't let anyone report it because I was going to report it anyway. So I'm like, okay, let me get this there. Now report it. Yet, the email they sent me was that this person, I knew this person was there. In fact, hold on. I have a picture of that. I'll be right back. Hold on. At first, let me point out this one. This is the one before Quentin's email, saying that on the topic of the specific case, it appears that based on the timeline of events, the cause of the bug had already been determined and reported to us with steps to reproduce it. However, you continue to report. Okay, look, I didn't report it to anyone until after I was banned. It's impossible for me to have continued doing it if I had never reported it yet. That doesn't make any sense. But yet they're here believing that that I reported it to them already. And so that's what I say to them. I didn't report it to you yet. And so then here comes Quentin's email. Alright, here it is. The email Quentin sent to me at the very end. So, there's one thing I wanted to point out first. Crashing the district, understanding this is why we chose to take action on your account. In the situation referring to about the game crashing bug relating to the tunes, the person was completely unaware there were the reason the game was crashing, only continued crashing the game as they simply wanted to play. So, a long time ago, this person created like 1,000 tunes and deleted them all. That crashed the game. So I asked them, why is this person not being punished when all they wanted to do was play the game? And here I am trying to help the community by figuring out more about this glitch so I can report it to you guys. Yeah, I'm the one who's being banned for crashing one district, while this guy isn't being banned for crashing the whole game. So that's what Quentin is saying about that. Okay. We have reason to believe that you stumbled across this bug with 2 other individuals. Not true. It was myself and an alt. So 0 other people, just me. The conclusion was made from looking at the times at which the district reset occurred, who triggered them, and who was presented in each party. While you were correct in that you didn't report this bug to us, one of the 2 other individuals did. Who? They're all private parties. Who could have reported this bug to you if it was all private parties? It doesn't make any sense. We conducted a thorough investigation into the whole situation and have reason to believe that you knew that one of the 2 individuals had reported the bug. I did not know they reported the bug. I did not know they reported it, Quentin. You can't just because you believe it's true doesn't mean it is. You need to accept both sides of the story. Just because that is what happened doesn't mean it's true. I'm pretty sure you can even ask the person, like, did the person know? And if they say yes, well, that's actually a lie. They would be lying to you. That if they say that I did know they reported it, that would be a lie. Because I did know they reported it. They didn't ask. You can even look at the chat logs. You can look at the chat logs. And I have never interacted with a single person when I was experimenting with this glitch. Well, maybe there was someone at a public party one time. There was never anyone that I interacted with through chat at all in the game. They can look at the chat logs on those specific days, and they will see I did not talk to anyone on those days. Maybe I talked to people outside of parties, but they wouldn't have been about the reset glitch. I'll be putting myself under the bus if I did that. I'm not going to do that. So again, they can look at the chat logs, and they will see that I didn't talk to anyone about the glitch at all. I didn't say anything about emailing the support. I didn't say anything about you can do that. I didn't say anything like that. Especially because of the fact that they were mostly private parties. There isn't anyone to talk to other than my alt. Who, since it's my alt, I don't need to talk to them. There's no point. Again, this email was about my first ban that lasted 2 weeks for doing this initially, so then I stopped doing it and made a video. Just because you think something is true doesn't mean that it's true. Surprise, surprise, this is reality. Reality isn't just rainbows and unicorns, and if you think something's true, it's true. No, that's not how it works. This is reality, not a movie. Okay? This is reality. Just because you think it's true does not mean it is true. So you can't just go be like, oh, it must. You can't just go be like, oh, I guess it's true. So then we're not gonna listen to anyone saying otherwise. It just doesn't make any sense that this is their logic, the logic that they use. Oh, Jesus. I can't believe some people can just be this illogical, I guess. I will show you the email that I sent to them right before I received this. So give me a second. I will show you just to show you what exactly I wrote in that. I will be right back with that too. Alright, here it is. So I sent this email in, and then Quentin sends me that little final email. So you can reverse it if you want. Reverse the order I put it in if you want. I'm confused how it is possible for me to have reported the bug if I never sent an email, excluding the initial email on this chain. Yes, because on the initial email on this chain, I reported it to them, but that was after I was already banned, because I'm already banned, so nothing else, there's no more experimenting I can do, so I had to report what I know. If somehow someone sent in a report in before I did, they would not have used the same email as me since we do not know each other. Therefore, it could not have been me who reported it. The initial email was also sent after I was banned, so it was impossible for me to continue the glitch after sending the email since I didn't have access to the game anyway. There has been a similar issue like this in the past, but the actions taken were very different. A few months ago, someone deleted over 1,000 tweets on an account, which caused the entire game to go down. Seeing as bringing the whole game down is very severe compared to a single district, I am confused on why I have been given a ban for my actions, while the other individual was given no infraction. Both of our motives were non-malicious, and in my case, I was actually trying to help the game by experimenting more with this glitch so I can get it reported and patch it so no one else can use it. Unlike the other individual, and I mean nothing against them when I say that, yet my account had action taken against it while the other person did not. I am not asking for any information about said individual, and I do hate to bring it up to the topic nonetheless. I am simply stating a point of confusion on something that seems illogical to me and should be reversed. And then comes Quentin's email that I showed it right. And then when I showed the stuff to my friends, the only thing they said to me was, they're idiots. That was the only thing they had to say to it. I'm like, okay, I guess. Okay. I can't say I agree. I can't say I disagree, but I don't really want to say I agree either. I mean, don't quote me on that, but just pointing it out. Spoke truthfully, said everything I could. I spoke what actually happened. Yet they believe something else happened, and so when PTR believes something else happened, there is no taking them away from that opinion. You're stuck at that point. Nothing you can do. And I don't really know, like, maybe I could have brought this to the attention of someone else who was actually sane in the Toontown team. They would have realized it. I don't know. I don't know many people in the Toontown team who are actually sane, but like what JJ Coulthard said, I think he said they think most good people just leave the team, and if you're in the team, he doesn't like you. Yeah. But yeah. So what actually happens back there? What are they actually thinking when they do this stuff? This could be one of the main reasons why certain staff members have left. Someone was saying this could be why JJ left. He didn't like the people. He didn't like the people. This could be an exact example of that. Why he didn't like the people, abusing their powers. Sheriff Cranky. Now Sheriff Cranky left because he was being pressured. I don't exactly know the full story on Sheriff Cranky, but I did read it. But it was such a long time ago I just can't remember it. But same thing for Sheriff Cranky. That could be an example of why these people left, or any other people too. Maybe it's not. Maybe it has nothing to do with it. All I know is that this situation happened after JJ and Sheriff Cranky had already left, so of course this situation in general has nothing to do with the fact they left, but still, this could be an example of something that they wouldn't like. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm not here to talk about that either. That was just something else I wanted to point out, that staff members leaving and stuff. So yeah, that chain of emails. So then this gets me thinking, why does TTR think banning an account is the way to go and will fix it? Banning my account isn't going to resolve the reset issue. It's not. If you ban the person who finds a reset glitch, it can still be abused by malicious people. Of course, they fixed the glitch after I was banned, but just banning me isn't going to do anything. It's not. Honestly, it's not going to do anything. Same thing with the case of Cozy Evil Twin. Just banning his tunes isn't going to stop people from dishing and greening, because the glitch for it still exists. It can still be done. And so it's not going to stop happening until the glitch is actually fixed. Ban as many people as you want. There are still going to be people who are doing it all the time until this glitch eventually gets patched. But of course they don't do it that way, I guess. They don't take it that way, and they just want to ban anyone who does it, and anyone who keeps doing it, ban them, and ignore the glitch itself. Anyone who does it, ban it. Who cares about the glitch? Just ban whoever does it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the glitch is there. Just ban whoever does it. Easy. Oh, was someone joking around with their friends? Was someone saying something to their friends that their friends, and the moderators have all known was a joke for several months? Was all known was a joke for several months? Oh, give them a permanent mute because one person was offended by it, but don't blacklist the phrase. Just ban the person saying it and move on. Don't blacklist the phrase. Let people keep saying it, but if someone gets offended by it, then take action. Alright? Come on. Really? Really? You're not going to do anything about the thing? You're not going to do anything. Most of the time, they don't do anything that causes the problem. They only ban the person who creates the problem. They ban the person who, creates problems using the thing that causes the problems, but they don't actually fix the thing that causes them. They just ban the people who create them using that thing. Again, Cozy Evil Twin, all those glitches and stuff, Team Drop even made a tutorial on it, yet that glitch has not been patched yet. It has not been patched yet. At the time of me being banned, it has not been patched yet. I don't understand why they're not. It took them 3 years to patch the ditch glitch, and then another method was found for it, and it took them another 2 years to patch that one. And why are they taking so long to patch such a simple glitch? I mean, I know people are constantly finding new methods for it. Don't let that discourage you to fix it. Keep fixing it. Eventually, you're going to find a way to fix it completely, to the point where you actually need to do something really, really complex to keep doing it, to the point where it's inefficient. Or you need to use hacks, which hacking is much worse than using glitches, because in using glitches, you're actually using in-game features that are broken. Hacking using third-party softwares to break the game, which is basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone, essentially. So, not a good idea to hack. I'm not saying glitches are a good idea either, but I've done. I sound like a hypocrite saying that doing glitches are bad, but doing it the way I've been doing them, saying you shouldn't be doing, you can get banned for it, and I'm only here for entertainment purposes, and reporting that glitches to TTR, that's okay. I've seen other people make videos about that too. They say oh, we're not here to we're not here to support the glitches or anything. We hate glitches. We're only here to show you guys them so that TTR can take attention to it and patch it. Okay, we're trying to work with you here. We're not trying to be enemies. We want to work with you. But they're taking it as if I'm going against the team and the game itself, and they're like, okay, he's not a good person. Get rid of him. I'm trying to be helpful here and work with you, but you're not accepting it. And so, while I tried to become a staff member and a partner and a community partner, I understand why it wasn't accepted because of my infractions. I'm trying to do the only thing I really can do now to help is to find these glitches, report them to you, and make videos on them so you can further see them. So that in case someone else knows that they're there. Most likely, some other people know that they're there, just haven't made videos on it. Those people can't abuse them anymore. But again, that's not how TTR wants to see it. It's just not, and it's very hard to convince them otherwise. I've had my experiences with them multiple times, and only one of them have ever been successful, and that is the time I received the year termination many years ago. I'm thinking about making a video explaining more about that termination, but not in this video. Oh dear lord. It's just, it's just why does this happen, honestly, like. And as I said in the first video I made in this situation, it could just be all my fault. But think about it this way. If I did make the video, TTR would have never taken notice on it. And that other video that was uploaded first, so that was uploaded 2 months ago, but the person who didn't get any action taken against their account would still be there. People would eventually find it and abuse it, wouldn't make a video on it, and so they would continue using it. While they might get banned, they would continue using VPNs to get onto the game and continue abusing the glitch. And I don't want that. And so I tried to be helpful. Again, I tried to be helpful and make a video on it. Tried to experiment. Yeah, I'm fat. Whatever. That's why I got muted. See, this is why I got muted, guys. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, someone else will find it. Won't make a video on it, so I don't want that. So I'm trying to be helpful by experimenting as much as I can with the glitch, so I can get all the details for it to recreate it, so I can send it to the team, make a video on it, upload it after it's patched, keep it unlisted for anyone who's curious, and for the team in case they want to have more information. But it all backfired, and the team made it seem like it was my fault, honestly. And now that I'm actually talking about it, you could even argue that due to the fact that they are biased against me and don't want me in their game, they are just making up this video. They are using this video as a made-up excuse to ban my account because because possible maybe you could argue that they don't have a real reason to ban me. They just want me gone. So they're gonna use this video as fake evidence. I guess it's real, but it's also not the real reason, to make it seem like their reasoning is correct and that my ban is legit, even though it isn't. And they're using this as a way to get me out of the game and if the reason they ban me seems legit enough, there is no way I can fight back against it, and so I'll be locked out of the game forever. I have no means of confirming it, but you could argue that that is the case. And so, because this has happened, I've lost years of hard work. I lost Jake, I lost Clyde, I lost Gyro, I lost 137 Toon, I lost a lap Olympic Toon, I lost a few Ubers, and 6 years of hard work. That feels like something I've been working on my entire life. I mean, 6 years is a long time. And I played on TTO. I had the same tunes on TTO, except Gyro. Gyro was a new tune, but yeah. And all because of this one thing. I lost all of it. Everything. Lost everything on TTR because of this one incident. Everything is gone. And there are people out there who are much worse than me. Greeners, trolls, people who find glitches for malicious intent, people who use VPNs to bypass Team Trap in general, honestly. I have never had any means of harming anyone. And multiple times I've said, I've reported this glitch to TTR so that it can't be abused by anyone anymore. I never want to hurt anyone in this game. And whenever I do, I feel awful about it in the end. Even if I feel I did hurt someone, even though it's obvious I didn't, I still feel awful that I could have hurt their feelings. I never want to hurt anyone's feelings, real life, in any game, unless I am actually pretty mad at the person, then maybe, but if I hurt anyone's feelings in this game, even if I didn't actually hurt their feelings, I still feel awful. I wish I could take it back. I have said some things in this game that I actually feel very regretful about. That, well, they weren't necessarily, like, infraction worthy, like that bad, but, like, I still feel awful saying them because they were mean things. I feel awful, regret it. I shouldn't have said them. To this day, I shouldn't have said them. It was such a long time ago, too. I still feel like, to this day, I should not have said those things. Because they just would hurt the person's feelings. And the person unfriended me after I said those things. And that made me feel even worse. I never want to hurt anyone. And if I do, I try to do my best to make up for it. Of course, most of the time I can't because the person's gone, but I want to make up for it at least. I never want to hurt anyone. All because of this dang thing. Taking everything away from me. Life, work, my friends, the friends I met on the game, my friends, my tunes that I formed a relationship with. The progress, 137 math, unites, boss battles, BP, the grind, max stock option, max diagnosis I never have to do again. Maxing fishing, Black Olympic tune, Ubers, and other fun things. You know, max 100 Loudon cards, all that stuff, and it's all gone. And if I can't get my account back, no field offices for me, no more exclusive rewards for me, no Lawbots lose whenever the heck that decides to show itself. Same thing for field office, whenever field office decides to show itself. Lawbots lose the Lawbot event. That Lawbots lose was actually the coding that was used for it. I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but I'm pretty sure that Disney's actual name for it was Lawbots lose, but this is not the video for it. Those events, even if you don't think they're going to happen, it would still be a nice dream to have. And now it's all crushed because of this one thing. All the great things I could have done. More videos, not even glitch related. You know, I don't make my channel my content on TTR doesn't consist of just glitches. There's also other funny things. So all the cool things I could have made on the channel in the future, unless a miracle can happen. So that is why I say this. I didn't want it to come to this, but I could really use help. Can other people actually help fight for this cause, for my cause? I know that one specific person in the Discord server was like, I think I might send an email regarding the situation myself, just because I really think that's what they said. I think they will send an email themselves regarding my case. What can we do to get this attention across and help the moderators can take back their decision? We have maybe show the videos to moderators. Maybe show this video to r/Toontown, maybe, yeah. If r/Toontown would allow a video like this. I know that they're much more flexible than r/Toontown written, which is very good. Show this video across the internet. Show it to other Discord servers, and stuff like that. Try to just get more attention on it. And maybe we can get enough attention on it that something be done. I know that it is at least possible because you got another Quid's Evil Twin thing. He made a video of these cats who were being very, very highly disruptive behavior, and should have been terminated and everything. Which rumor has it they weren't really terminated. They received like a couple days of mute, and that was really it. But they were saying some pretty bad things, and Joey obviously does not like him. but so much attention was being given to the video by other people that Joey made a tweet. I think it was on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it was on Twitter. It could have been on Facebook. I'm pretty sure it was Twitter. He says that he did indeed see the video, and he said something else about it. Which means that even though he doesn't like Cody's Evil Twin and just wants him out of the game, he still acknowledged the existence of the video and the situation that happened in it, which is at least a step in the right direction. Well, maybe him noticing it didn't really do much. It's at least a step in the right direction. It's very possible that people who didn't originally know about the video saw that tweet, became interested, and saw the video. So, again, it's at least a step in the right direction. May not do much, but it's the step that we're actually trying to get to. Get people to notice this video more, so that hopefully the staff can also see it, realize that something is wrong, and hopefully do something about it. Again, I'm going to say that a staff member can look at the logs of the days that all these resets had happened like simultaneously, I guess, and they will know that I wasn't the cause of them. I was not directly involved in any of those resets except one, which had taken place way before those, because I was trying to make a video on it as video evidence that this glitch exists to put on YouTube and stuff, and also send to the teacher team in case they want it. But so again, any staff member who has access to the logs and can actually go that far into the logs can check that. They will see it wasn't me. None of the tunes that at least I own did that. And they can check the IP, they can check emails and stuff. I was not involved in any way. But yet I was still banned for excessively exploiting a bug to disrupt behavior, even though I only did it one time after I was banned. That's not doing it excessively. That's just doing it for the purposes of showing it to other people. And to show to the team. Again, that's not doing it excessively. That's not abusing it. That's not excessively doing something. You can't do something excessively by doing it one time. Of course, I did it before and got banned for it, but this is me doing it one more time in order for me to be able to get video evidence of it, to show to TTR in case they need it, for whatever reason, and to show to other friends, and to upload to YouTube, just to show them something that has happened that they fixed. But that is not what ended up happening. So is there anything we can do to get this video to get more attention? Can other people send an email? I don't know. I'm asking for your help, basically. I'm asking for your help. What can we do? What can be done to fix the situation? As I said, I'm not trying to hurt anyone. If I do, I regret it for many years, depending on how bad it was. And I just want to play the game. I want to help the community. So, I'm asking for your help, and anyone's help who is willing to help me. Maybe send an email to TTR, share this video around on the internet in places that would allow it. Maybe on a Discord server that would allow it. Maybe on a Reddit server, on a Toontown Reddit server that would allow it. Maybe make a follow-up YouTube video about this. I don't know. Something that would help. Is there anything that can be done? Can you do anything? I'm asking for your help. Please. I'm like almost begging at this point. I love this game. I don't want to lose it. I want to keep playing it. I want to see what comes in the future. Even if it takes years to come, it will come. Even if it takes years to come and no one thinks it's going to happen, at least there is that little sign of hope that it might come. And that is what keeps me happy about it. And the game keeps continuing, the community keeps continuing to grow. While some people quit, more people join. I've seen recent stories of people who had just found out about the game after stopped playing after its closure. And some people who have literally never even heard of Toontown who are starting to play and actually think it's pretty cool. I know that there was one famous person on Twitter. He has like almost 1 million followers. Who was like, he made a tweet on Twitter being like, "Oh, someone joined me on Toontown," and most of the replies were like, "Okay, I'm making my tune right now," which is great. That's awesome. I love this game. People love this game, and that is something that they should be proud of. That they were able to keep this game going for as long as they could, and that no other server so far was able to keep their server running for that long, and maintain a decent player base. While the people in the community may be toxic, they were able to maintain this player base for a very long time, longer than any Toontown server has ever been able to before. It is now I think the longest lasting Toontown private server that has so far. It's the longest lasting one. The development for it started about a month after the original game closed, and I think it has been going on for the longest compared to all of the other servers. That could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. And they should be proud. And I am proud of them. And I want to keep playing this game. On my main tune, on my 137, on Clyde, on Joyroll, on seeing my friends again. It's great to play this game. And while some people may think it's just a babyish game, it was made by maybe babyish game made for babyish game and just furry animals. You know, it was made by Disney. Of course it's gonna be like that. But yet, a lot of adults still play it. They play it with their kids. They show it to their friends. They show it to other kids, and they love it. And kids play the game too. It's a great game for kids, and adults love it. Adults love the game, and it's meant for kids. And even though it's meant for kids, adults love the game, which is like perfectly balanced, as all things should be, right? So I'm just truly hoping that something can be done. Asking for your help. Can something be done? I want to play this game again. I love you guys. I love the community. Aside from the toxic bits of it, but of course, every community is going to have that. So, no avoiding that. I love my friends. I want to see them again. I have them on Discord, but having them on the game is great. And I want to fight the bosses again. VP, CFO. I can never have too many unites. I have not finished my SOS collection yet. I have other Toontown servers, but Rewritten will always be my main server. While I have not been playing it very much before my termination. Once Field Offices come out, I'm going to be playing it much more than I've been playing Corporate Clash, Tooniversal, or even any other game that's not Toontown, Minecraft or Terraria. I'm going to be playing it a lot because I'm trying to get that grind going for the Field Offices, see what I can get, the resistance tasks, Field Offices, remote control, stuff like that. Well, it may not be for a long time they get released, who knows. Whenever they do decide to show themselves, that'll be a great opportunity for me. And I'll be very happy if my account can be back. So I can enjoy it once again. Or so I can enjoy it. Also, and because having that feeling of experiencing something new on Toontown, when was the last time anyone has had that feeling before? The Field Offices will be presumably a whole new experience of things and like unique stuff. When was the last time anyone has had the feeling of experiencing something new on Toontown? Most of the stuff has just been nostalgic. But soon, TM, we're gonna get stuff that as actually new for Toontown, experiencing something new in Toontown. It's a feeling I haven't had in so long. I can't remember the last time I had this feeling. Now, of course, you would be making fun of me for being, oh, you actually think TTR is gonna make it. Like, I don't want to say that they're going to make the 2020 deadline. I don't want to say that they're not gonna make it. I don't want to say they're gonna make it either. I'm just saying that Field Offices will come at one point. That is without a doubt going to happen. Okay, it's going to come at one point. It's basically, who knows when, but it's going to happen at some point. And that is what I'm happy about. It's going to happen at some point, and when it does, I'll be glad to be able to finally experience something new on Toontown. I think the last time I really experienced something new was technically Crash Cashbot, but if you want to talk a bigger scale, I think experiencing something new would be getting my Lawbot and Bosspot disguises. I never got my Lawbot and Bosspot disguises in Toontown Online. So doing the CJ and I've seen videos of the CJ and CEO before, so I knew how it worked, but I've never actually done them myself. So I thought it would be really, so when I've done them for the first time, I was like, this is just freaking insane. I was glad to be able to do them. And that was probably the last time I had the true feeling of experiencing something new in Toontown. And Field Offices will finally bring that feeling back to me. So, I hope this video found you all well, and that something can be done. I love you all very much. And let's hope for a miracle here. Thank you everyone for the support, and for the support that may come in the future. And I'll see you guys all later on. Thank you.